Hi, George. Here's your oldest friend in North Chatham, Doris Appel. I guess a whole bunch of people came out to see you today to be part of this. And I think that's wonderful. And when Dottie talked to me about it, I thought it was a great thing. And I think George, it's a thing about love as far as I'm concerned in North Chatham. And the love that you have given us, you and Jan. But it's not a song, because of course Dottie won't let me sing. And it's not a letter, it's a story. And stories never end, George. And your end here in North Chatham is never going to end. We have such good memories. Do you remember, I'm sure you did because you came to North Chatham when these things happened. Do you remember when the guys down on the corner, see, I'm forgetting a name, had stopped traffic in order to get the cows back and forth to the barn?
Steimers.
That was wonderful. And so I'm almost had their name, but I'll tell you what it was. Steimers was their name. And we done so many things like that. And do you remember Gus Linebaum? And he did the milk in the backyard practically, and he was processing the milk that from the farms around here, and it was wonderful for us. So I think, George, when I talk about this being love, it's saying on. I think that it sort of started when you came. I'm not going to talk about the gossip and about you not being married, but we can laugh at that. And I was happy because I know they were no longer talking about John and I being that divorced couple. So George, I think that when you didn't have a family, you adopted us, and you loved us because you were right there for us. I'm getting a little choked up, but that's all right. You were right there for us whenever anything happened. When we needed a firehouse, you were there. You and Jan were there. And we had an awful mess of a firehouse before that. Our firehouse was like little add-ons to the Anyway, it was a mess. And then when we had problems, when we had McDonald's in our backyard, we really went to town with that, didn't we? That was so exciting. And you and I and everyone else are right there at it. And it was just amazing when we went. Remember when we had the caravan that went up to the McDonald's office, and it was just wonderful, George. We did that. Then you and David Cavanero did such a wonderful job on the station. It was a mess. Well, it was the original mess, and you turned it into a beautiful thing. And with it, you also made all of us in North Chatham conscious of the people that used to live and work here, and how wonderful it was to be in North Chatham and have all of these things that were memories. And that's the thing that we have, George, that you can't put an amount onto our memories. We have lots and lots of wonderful, wonderful memories. And I just want to assure you that the love story here will not stop, because George, if I tell you when it's going to stop, it's going to stop when someone buys my house and they open a saloon, or or someone. What other weird thing? And my last thing, and McDonald's runs out of hamburgers. That's when it'll stop. So we're in good shape, and you're in good shape, George, because you've loved us. You and Jan have loved us and made a better place here in North Chatham. And I'm watching Dottie because he's going to tell me when I have to stop. So I think it's wonderful that you're going to a new and different place, George. I hope you have as good a time. Well, you're not going to have as good a time there. I'm too selfish to say that. But I know you will be happy there and meet new people, but the old people are better. So, George, we love you. And we thank you for you and Jan loving us.
Hi, George. It's Dottie, your buddy and sort of nagging friend from time to time. There are three things I remember about you and I. One is the ice cream jaunts. I think we've been to ice cream to at least 4 different places. They had to have, soft serve, of course. So I have lots of memories of eating ice cream with you in various situations. And I have to tell you, in your new place, if they don't have ice cream every single day, then let me know. We'll get a posse together and we'll go up there. We will insist they change what they do and they have ice cream available to you every single day, and soft ice cream available. So I have many fond memories of that. Another is Drops of Jupiter. Well, I gotta tell you, I never heard of Train before, and then I heard of Train, and then I had Drops of Jupiter. I can remember going to the Empire Wine Place, buying a case, splitting it with you. But that's my red wine for life. Thank you, you and Jan, for introducing me to Drops of Jupiter. Then there's the luminaries. I did not work on the luminaries for the beginning years, but maybe the last 8, maybe 10 years. And it's a special time in the hamlet for the luminaries. I've loved being involved. I've loved going and with you and all of the others, filling up the jugs with sand, and then all the candles that you got that would burn the longest possible length of time. I know you worked hard to find those candles. Then we put them out. I still can see you out in the road with your red jacket on, sort of directing traffic and keeping track of people. And I know, like me, you were worried if there were small children. We didn't want anybody to get out in the road and get hurt. But you were always there checking and making sure, and hung in there to the very end. I remember the speech you made to all of us before we went out each time. And then, of course, afterwards, you and I, usually tired, but satisfied, took off for Terry and Joel's to be with the Langlois family and spend the Christmas Eve with them. So I have many memories of that. And actually, I know that after being out in the cold and doing all that work, we were often kind of tired. And one night I looked over at you and I think you were just beginning to fall asleep. But that was only once, and it was quite a long time ago. But those were trips to a family that was waiting for us and warm and ready to feed us after we got the luminaries done. So, by and large, though, George, I see you, people see you as the mayor, of course, but you and Jan made this hamlet what it is today. You gave yourselves your resources. And when I look at what you've touched, you touched the fire company. You were a commissioner for years. You helped with the land that the fire company is on and supported the fire company and connected with all of the fire people in the people in our fire department. The trolley station, what a gift. The artistic relationship between you and Dave Cavanero made something just phenomenally beautiful, and that now the library will be working with it, and it's just a trolley station that many people are very proud is part of our hamlet. Then of course the luminaries are mentioned every Christmas Eve. We are known for those, and you carried those on and made those happen. So it's just wonderful. And the church, I know you were on the finance committee, but I also remember you for many years at the Lord's Acre auction. You were out under the tent. You were involved with all the finances somehow. I think when people bought things, writing it down and then kind of tallying up everything toward the end. So, but I just, we're going to miss you. So many of us are really sad that you have to leave, but we really understand. And we really hope that wherever this place that you go, you can create a community that you like living in at this point. And we'll visit you. And I hope you can come back to visit North Chatham. We just are so grateful that you were in our lives and lived in this hamlet and helped make it what it is today. Thank you so much, my good friend.